win this game. See ya.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present your 2026 Pride of Highland Marching Band. Marching tonight with the 2026 Highland Alumni Band. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the playing of our national anthem, and then remain standing for the Highland High School alma mater. We would all like to thank the members of the Highland Alumni Band Committee for their dedication and work in organizing this year's Alumni Band. Karen Weekly, Sandy Fantozzi-Welker, Brenda Powell, and Judy Funk. Thank you, Alumni Band members, for joining us, and be sure to come back home to Highland next football season.
Here we go, here we go. We're at a packed North Gateway Tire Field with perfect weather to welcome the Highland Hornets to the 2026 season here in Granger Township, Ohio, and it's an honor and a privilege to be alongside of my brother, my friend, the old ball coach, Jay Grissom.
Reverend, how we doing tonight?
Well, I don't know how we could be doing any better than we are.
Oh, man, we got a beautiful night. We've got two of the best Division II teams in the state of Ohio, and what a way to kick off a 26 season here.
I would argue in the country. You could have said the country, but you got a Hornets team that's coming off a regional final appearance 3 straight years, 12-1 last year, another phenomenal year, and we'll talk more about that. But you got a Walsh Jesuit Warriors team coming 15 miles west here to North Gateway Tire Field, and they in turn had their first trip to the state Final Four since 1999.
Right. And yeah. That program, what has been happening over off of Wyoga Lake Road these last few years has been they've been a factor in everything Division II, and last year able to make it that one extra step and get themselves into a state semifinal. But impressive program. At Walsh Jesuit.
It sure is, and what an opening game to have here. I mean, it doesn't get better. I've never seen it more packed here in in the parking lots and in the stands. We had the Taste of Highland going on out there. We had food trucks. I mean, just a really neat high school football atmosphere.
Yeah, this has become a really cool tradition here with the Taste of Highland, and all the programs set up booths and do some fundraising, and we've got food trucks set up in the library parking lot, and kind of invite everybody to come out at 5 o'clock. And so this has been an all-day event for some of us, but everything kind of kicked off at 5 o'clock, and it's become a really cool way to kick off the football season every year.
It's really, really neat, and we'll thank our Pine Valley Golf Club sponsored that premier Taste of Highland, so you and I know Pine Valley Golf Club very well.
Yes, we do.
What Mike and Lisa Reynolds do over there is amazing, so we really thank you guys for sponsoring that. And then as you look at this matchup tonight, Jay, I mean, I wish we had 20 minutes in this pregame because we have so much to talk about, but nobody knows this Highland Hornets program better than you. So what are you seeing from our standpoint here?
Well, it is. It's an interesting situation that is, it's become commonplace here. But for the 5th year in a row, we've got a senior, first-year starting quarterback as the Hornets take the field,
led by Coach Gibbons.
Yeah, Coach Gibbons, coming into his 13th season, 12th season. 96 wins here at Highland. Just done an awesome job with this program. But, it's such a different feel this year for so many reasons. We changed regions. We are now in Region 5 with Walsh, by the way. Changing conferences, moving over to the national side of the Suburban League. I think everybody's really excited about what that's going to mean for week in and week out, just overall competitiveness. But I'm excited to see some of these guys. We had a couple really good scrimmages over the last couple weeks, and I think gained a lot of confidence last week against a really good Big Walnut team that was also a state semifinalist in Division II. And, these guys held their own, and not only held their own, but, in a half of football was up 10-7, which is all we played. But, did it just, Johnny Pruchet getting his first start as a Hornet, and, he's done some great things in this program. So excited for him to get his first shot behind center.
And here comes Walsh out here. Well, the nature of these good football programs, like both of these guys are, is, like, for example, Highland lost 15 or 16 starters, okay? They lost the likes of Casey Miser and Grady Gibb and Dan Miller, and the list goes on, and Messina and Bendow. But they also got a bunch of young players back and a bunch of returning guys back and a bunch of guys that are not proven. It doesn't mean they haven't put the work in over the last 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, 8 years. It just means that good programs play seniors, right? So you don't know what you're going to get in week one as a fan looking at this team.
Right, and I think it's interesting too, like on our offensive line, we've got 2 returning starters, but both of those guys have changed positions. So Spencer Marquis goes from center out to tackle, and Wyatt Sitz goes from guard into center, just to kind of the way that the staff felt it was the best to get the best 5 on the field. So not only are they returners, but they are in new spots, and Spencer's going both ways this year. He's going to play some defensive tackle. So
there's so many storylines here, from the Highlands' new senior quarterback, to the offensive line, to the playmakers on the Walsh side of the ball with Dave Chernosky coming back, throwing the ball to Campbell Land, handing it off to Dom Cortad.
Right.
And these guys are all seniors that have their opportunity to play and to do some great things. So I couldn't be more excited to watch this game and be alongside of you for it, man.
We've been looking forward to this one for a while, and it's kind of crazy that high school football is here, but Hornets are lining up for a kickoff as they won the toss and deferred their choice to the second half, so Walsh will be receiving.
You get a chance to see Jonah Kauza early on, a very highly acclaimed senior kicker.
Yeah, Jonah's had a nice career, and it feels like he's like a 6th-year senior. And one of his biggest strengths is what he's about to do right here in his kickoff game. He's done a nice job with touchbacks over the past few years. not giving opponents the opportunity for a big play on a return.
That's right. You got Steele and Levert back there, and see if they get an opportunity or not. They will not.
That one sails to the back edge of the end zone, and the Warriors will start at the 20-yard line.
And we're going to get a chance to see this defense right off the bat, Coach. And you got guys like Faust and Capitosto and Ryan Haney at the linebacker spots. Guys like Phillips and Painter back there with the safeties, and Weber back, and Zielinski at the corners. And how about that D-line with Lucas Grillis coming back?
Lucas Grillis, only a sophomore, had a great year last year. You know, he's going to be playing defensive end. And Will Mandera, Spencer Marquis, and Jacob Arvanites, the junior defensive tackle.
Here we go.
It's going to be a give in the middle of that defense. That is a hard run by number 32, Dom Courtade.
5'11", 210-pound junior for a first down up the middle.
12-yard gain on the first play of the game, so Walsh decided we're going to come out and come right at you.
Trips out to the wide side of the field here with Courtade in the backfield.
Short straight drop, flushed out towards the sideline. That falls incomplete, intended for Sam Barrett, the senior receiver. Bring up a 2nd and 10.
I think some of the storylines we're going to be following, Coach, are the trench battle that we always talk about, hat on hat. Who's going to be able to stop that run?
Yes. And
who's going to be able to put pressure on the opposing quarterback? Both of these guys, you don't want to give them a comfort back there. Certainly not Ternosky.
Right.
So we'll see what this new look Highland defense can do with 9 new starters.
The Hornets showing pressure. That is Evan Faust in that 2-point stance on the right side. He's coming down the line and chase him down from behind. And that is going to be a no gain on that play. Going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
That was a really good attack at the point of that line of scrimmage, Coach. There was nowhere for Courtade to run that ball.
That was a nice job by Arvanites and Mandera there in the middle of that defense. That large Walsh offensive line did not get a push on that one. So 3rd and 10. A trips formation to the offense right here, or offense left. Short drop. Hornets bring pressure. Get there late, but that pass is completed. That's Cameron Brunson. It's a big pickup of 27 yards.
Running wide open back there, and he had a bunch of time to throw that ball. Brought down by Phillips, or else he's in the end zone.
Yeah, and that's, you know, the Hornets brought some pressure there and just didn't get home, and that's what you're going to open yourself up to.
It's a big 3rd down conversion by the Warriors to start this game off.
So into Highland territory at the 41-yard line. As we've got a flag coming down. I believe they may have broke the huddle with 12, and now they're going to decide whether or not Walsh got the timeout before that, and they are going to award the timeout.
Timeout, Walsh.
You look at Walsh, and I was looking at their coach, Nick Alexander, back for his eighth season, and he's done a lot of really good things. He took this program over, Coach, in 2019, and they were struggling for years. In their first year, he went 1-9, but then since then he's been 60-10 since 2020. So to say he's turned it around. He played QB at Capital University down in Columbus. Local guy, went to Mayfield High School. So yeah, good, well-coached program over there.
So literally took him 1 year to turn the program around, get it back on track. I mean,
Yep.
you and I remember what that program was, you know, back in our
Yep.
day and
That's
in
right.
the 90s and early 2000s. And he's got him right back in those big games. It's going to be given straight ahead. It was Courtade.
About 5 yards right up the gut.
Yeah, that was a nice push at the point of attack.
Well, I'll tell you, what an early season test for this young Hornet defense. I mean, you're playing against that. You mentioned that offensive line. They got some real studs out there. Owen Pelkowski leads them. University of Akron commit, number 70. So we're going to have our job is stout to stop this run.
So 2nd and 6.
There's
Drop Faust. We got a flag coming down. That's in the area of holding.
Yeah.
Good pressure there by Evan Faust. Looks like Arvanites was in there as well as Marquis.
Holding. Number 72 offense.
Yeah.
10-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
So Paul Hauersat going to pick up that holding call. That's a nice job by that defense. That's
Yep.
a good,
Yep.
you know, that's good pressure up the middle. That's how you get those holding calls and get Walsh a little bit behind the sticks, making it 2nd and 15.
Yeah. 2 receivers each side, and Courtade next to Ternosky in the backfield.
Ternosky with a little QB draw. That is well blocked out front. Brought down by Chatham Phillips. I mean, that was a designed run from the
All the
jump.
way.
19-yard pickup on that.
A couple of big plays Walsh has hit on this defense early on in long downs.
Well, I like the design of that too, because the tackles and guards both gave pass sets, but that center, who is uncovered, went straight out and got on the Mike linebacker, and that was the block that really sprung it for the big play. Going to pull a guard on a little counter here.
That was Courtade brought down by Evan Faust. Evan Faust, the leading tackler on this team for the last 2 years, really the heart and soul of this team.
Lucas Grillis in on that stop as well.
Faust was all Ohio?
Second team All-Ohio last
year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Led the team in tackles, and a lot of his numbers are a little skewed because literally did not play a full game of football because of the blowouts until the last game of the season. Led the team with 73 tackles. There's a give to Courtade. That's Grillis in there quick, but they're going to pick up a couple, maybe 3 yards. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 3. Big down here for the Hornet defense.
Got the drones above the field. I think Fox 8 is here. We saw Ken Carmen earlier, so everybody's here, Coach. But this 3rd and 3, what are you seeing? Nothing fancy, maybe? Just right at him?
They've had some chunk plays, in the middle.
We haven't seen a 3rd and short yet, though.
That's true. Well, it's nice to have a quarterback that you trust in these spots.
Yeah.
We got 2 tight ends, the left side of this formation. There's another just quarterback draw in the middle. And he is going to be short. Picked up about 2 on that. This is certainly in potential go-for-it territory.
Well, that's the thing about Ternosky. He threw for 1,500 yards, and he ran for 400. So that kid will run the ball. He scored.
He's athletic and smart with the football.
Yeah, good size young man, and he will tuck it and go. 4th and 1. What a big play early on here.
Saw Walsh bring in an extra offensive lineman who will be lined up in that tight end spot on the far side of the formation.
Hornets are going to take a timeout here. I don't blame them.
Number 64 came into the game. That is freshman
Timeout.
Calvin Brunson.
Highland.
Hey, we got right into this game, Coach, as we should have, but we do want to pause and thank the Amanda Pfahl State Farm Agency for being our premier sponsor for the live stream football games again this year, I believe for the 3rd straight year. We sure appreciate Amanda Pfahl and her team right here in Hinckley sponsoring these games, allowing us to bring this to you. They've been in this community for 20 years. We can't thank you enough, Amanda and team, for being the premier sponsor yet again.
Always supportive of all things Highland. Amanda Pfahl. So big down here, 4th and 1.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's in Ternoski's hands.
I would agree with that. They coming back out with the actually have 2 additional offensive linemen in the formation, lined up in the tight end spots. 2 backs, just going Q power. He stood up.
No, he did not get it.
He did not get it.
Whoa, what a stand.
That is a push in the middle of that Highland defense. That's Jacob Arvanites. Wyatt sits.
And he not only did not gain 1.5 yards, he did not gain an inch, I don't believe, on that play.
What an outstanding job of that defense. Little bend but don't break on that drive there.
How about that D-line of Grillis and Mandera and Marquis and Arvanites and just
they brought Wyatt Sitz in there. If they're going to bring in a couple extra linemen, so did the Hornets. So first look at senior first-year starter Johnny Pruchet under center for the Hornets. As that first snap is on the ground and it's covered up.
Oh, was that a low snap?
So that snap was a little low. Caleb Buckner, number 90, falls on it for Walsh. And they are going to take over at the 13-yard line. All right, defense got to refocus, got to go right back to it here. Janowski, another counter. Tried to get wide, not a whole lot there. Picked up about 3 yards on that.
Really good tackle by Ben Radigan off the corner there, huh?
Ben Radigan, another senior. Saw some action last year, certainly, but really good athlete. Going to see him on both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner.
A big turnover like that, you know, the fans can afford to get down and analyze it, but the boys got to get right back in there and start playing, like you said. I mean, I think they broke the huddle again with 12, so that's going to back them up 5.
So some of those little operational things that you see early in the season.
Substitution infraction on the offense. 5-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
So that goes from a 2nd and 7 to a 2nd and 12.
Well, it's hard enough to stop this Walsh offense once, but now to stop them twice in a row is a tall order. But it is 2nd and 13, so.
So what next play? Stay in the game, stay focused. These guys are prepared.
Yeah.
The doubles formation, 2 receivers each side. Low snap, handled well by Tarnowski. Steps up in the pocket. That pass intended for Land. kind of threw that one a little inside. I think he did that on purpose, though. That was covered up pretty well. Land just not able to adjust to it and make the catch. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 12.
Who is number 4? No, for Highland. Oh, is that Brady Miser back there
Yes.
that broke that up?
Yes.
Okay. Good play by Brady.
Yeah, Brady came into the game. Chatham Phillips looked like he might have
His
banged up his shoulder a little bit.
But here, once again, another giant play. 3rd and 13 from the 15-yard line.
Straight drop, looking in the middle. That pass is caught, going to be real close to a 1st down. Looks like just short of it. Bring up a 4th and about a yard. Jake Weber on the stop, big hit.
Yeah, that was a good tackle.
Nice route there, just a little slant.
Another 4th. This was about a half a yard.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Cortad get the ball this time, as looks like Walsh is going to use another timeout.
Yeah, flag came out, but
Take the
Delay a game.
Delay a game.
On the offense.
So what they tried to do
5-yard
was,
penalty, repeat 4th down.
What they tried to do there is they do that clap, snap count. He came up, tried to get him to jump, and they were willing to take the 5-yard penalty and attempt this field goal from, looks like 25-yard attempt here.
wow. So another stand by that Highland
It's a
defense.
great job by that Highland defense. As the kick is up and it is good. That is Oliver Nono, the junior.
Well, I'll tell you what, we said it's not easy to stop this offense, and they did it twice in a row. You know, I mean, that's a confidence builder for that young defense.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, you know, we haven't had a chance to talk about it yet, but there's been a couple changes on the coaching staff as well, and Mike Nettling taking over as the defensive coordinator. Now, he has been very involved in this program for a long time and always worked very closely with Coach Meyer. Coach Meyer has taken a position as the assistant principal here at the high school, so that kind of makes it hard for you to coach and hold that position at the same time. And obviously, Coach Nettling, the obvious choice to take over that defense, and as those two worked hand in hand for a long time, he's got to be really proud of those guys in that situation to get that stand and only give up the 3 points.
Well, turnovers will kill you, and we dodged that one, but we got to clean that up, Coach. I know it's early in the season, but you can't give these guys too many opportunities like that. But we got our kick return team out there. We got Jake Weber and Anthony DePompey back deep. Hopefully we get a first look at this Highland offense, Coach.
Yes, 3:55 left in the quarter, and the Hornets have run one offensive play. That is a deep kick, going to reach the end zone, and the Hornets going to take over at the 20-yard line. I did see Chatham Phillips back on the field on that kickoff return team. That's a good sign. You know, another guy I'm excited to see on this offense too, you know, we've watched Casey Miser carry the ball a whole lot these last few years, but senior running back Colton Winston,
That's right.
Had a couple really nice scrimmages, and looks like he's ready to carry the load for the Hornets this year. That is a give to Winston. Fights forward for a couple yards.
Winston, good all-around athlete, multiple sport guy.
Yeah, recently signed to continue his baseball career at the next level at Ohio Dominican. So Pouchet, little play action, looking for a little wheel route. That ball underthrown a little bit. Hornets looking for a flag there, but intended for DePompe. That's not a flag you're going to get in that situation. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 8.
Yeah, you got Pouchet and then Winston and Evan Faust there at the tight end, and Weber, DePompe, and Radigan out wide.
Still a lot of very, very good athletes on this offense. Pouchet, another little play action, looking for a little wide receiver screen. As that ball is on the ground again.
Two early turnovers by Highland.
Yeah, so Ben Radigan made a nice catch on that, made a nice move, but Walsh defense came up, punched it out. And they're going to take over in great field position once again at the 25-yard line. I don't know what exactly is going on here. Oh, resetting the chains, maybe. So Hornet defense back at it. It's given in the middle.
Tough run by Courtade there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he is a tough runner there between the tackles. Hornets making contact early, but still able to pick up 5 tough yards on that.
Trips out to the left with Courtade next to Turnowski in the backfield for the 2nd and 5. That's
Nicely
really good
done.
defense. That was a phenomenal defensive play right there.
That is Evan Faust.
Well, he started it. He got that penetration.
Well, I'll tell you what, that defensive end,
Who was that?
That might have been, I think it was Grillis, but he got that penetration early and
Yes.
really, spilled that play early. Freed up Faust to come in and clean it up, and that isn't going to go for a couple-yard loss there.
Brings up a 3rd and 8, and this Highland defense came ready to play ball today, man.
Yes, they did.
Another big play here.
Hornets going into just a 3-man down lineman. We've got a flag down behind it in the area of holding. Nice pickup there again by Turnowski.
I think Faust got held.
He did, and this is going to be marked off.
Yeah.
Evan Faust is a problem for this this Walsh offense right
Holding. Offense. Number 75. 10-yard penalty. Repeat. 3rd down.
now. Senior Sean Murphy.
So now you got a 3rd and 18 from the 34.
Yeah, this is you're thinking screens, draws, but you need your safeties to be in the right places. They've had success on those QB draws.
What I'm thinking is keep it in front of you.
Yes.
Give them 5 to 8 yards, no problem.
Hornets showing a little pressure. They do bring. He's looking for a fade route down the sideline, and that ball falls incomplete. That is well defended by Jake Weber. Stride for stride.
So now you're in this. That was a really good play by Jake. Now
Intended
you're
for
in this.
Sam Barrett.
You're in a pretty interesting area of the field here.
Looks like they are at least going to show that they are going to go for it here, which makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's a tough area of the field to punt from.
And that's one of those situations where if you're thinking about going for it, I might be looking for more like 5 to 6 yards there on third down. Looks like the Hornets going to take a timeout. Make sure everything's squared away. Minute 34 left here.
Timeout, Highland.
In the first quarter.
We've said this multiple times, but this is another big play coming up, Coach.
Yes, it is.
So what is this? The Taste of Highland, and sponsored by the Highland Foundation for Educational Excellence. They got an early bird pricing for the Galaxy Royale. The foundation's annual Great Gifts Dinner is coming up. Purchase your tickets now to save and join us for a great evening.
Yeah, those early bird sales end August 26th. Don't miss the Rush 2 Royale early bird raffle for your chance to win an incredible Rush concert experience.
All right.
Big thanks to the Highland Foundation and everything they do here at Highland Local Schools.
4th and 18. I think we can just rinse and repeat what we said.
Well,
oh, wait.
They are going to try a 51-yard field goal.
Okay. Is this no-no?
It is.
He showed us a leg
Yes,
at
he
that
did.
kickoff.
I have no doubt that he's got the leg to do this. Good snap, good hold. That kick is
He made it.
good.
You don't see that every day at the high school level.
Now listen, that's a 51-yard field goal, but you have got to give credit to this Highland defense again. Put in a bad spot, did not panic, made the plays that they had to make, and were able to force. I mean, it's still a one-score game. It's a 6-0 ball game, and what this defense is doing right now, impressive stuff.
It's unbelievable. I mean, to be handed those last two turnovers at the 10-yard line and the 20-yard line, and to come away with 2 field goals. Got to hand it to that kicker, though. 51-yarder.
That's impressive.
I've never
right
seen
there.
one like that at the high school level.
Well, the Hornets have a kicker on their sideline they're confident in it from that type of range.
But if you're the Hornets offense now, you say the defense has kept us in this thing. Let's go out there and let's get some momentum. We really haven't had an opportunity to get a lot of momentum going.
No.
Turnover on the first play of the first drive, and then the third play of the next.
on third down, correct.
Yeah, so we got to string something together. Let's get that first down and gain a little confidence on the offensive side of the ball.
So that ball is going to go into the back of the end zone. Hornets going to take over at the 20-yard line again. I mean, you know, in this defense has held Walsh to 1 for 4 on third downs and 0 for 1 on that 1 fourth down attempt. The defense is doing their job. Now it's time for this Highland offense to settle in, get something rolling here. So Johnny Pruchet with Winston. They're going to fake the jet sweep. Pruchet on a keep. Nicely done there. Pick up a 5 on first down. Good read there by Johnny.
Well, that's where you're happy to have a bunch of seniors on this offensive side of the ball, right? I mean, these guys have been here before.
Yes.
They're not going to panic.
No.
We just need to string a let's get that first down and see what we can do here.
DePompe in motion. They're going to swing it out to Weber. And he's going to be across the 30 to about the 33 for a Hornet first down. So just what the doctor ordered there as the clock ticks under 50 seconds here in the first quarter.
Well, the temptation when you're down and you don't need a 70-yard play. What you need is a couple 6-yard plays. You move the chains, you get these guys moving. And
well, I'll tell you what, I don't know. Not only do you not need a 70-yard play, you might not want one. That defense has been on the field a lot here in this first quarter.
Yeah.
As we're going to get an offsides, I would think. I haven't seen a flag thrown yet. As Winston fighting.
Hold up. That Walsh defense sure swarms to the football.
Hornets need to stay on some blocks here.
I thought we were going to get a flag for
He was
defensive offsides.
definitely in the neutral zone. I know Coach Fritz is letting him know that right now. Can't miss that in that spot.
No.
Second down. Winston fought for a couple yards there. And that is going to bring the first quarter to an end.
An entertaining first quarter for sure.
Sure was. I like what the Hornets got going here, though. Like you said, picked up that first down. Try and get the running game going a little bit. I like what they've done with Johnny too. That nice. I like the design of that the last wide receiver screen. They brought DePompe in motion and used him as an additional blocker out there, and just have Johnny swing it out there. Those little passes, just a couple completions, gets the butterflies out a little bit, get him in the flow of the game, and I'm sure that they're going to. I'm sure that they're going to open something up here before too long.
You know what I was looking at too, Coach? The schedules of these two teams.
Yeah.
Like, this is a big one to start off with, but then Walsh hosts Toledo Central Catholic, Hoban, and Bishop Watterson.
Right.
And Highland, you talk about teams like, Strongsville and Avon Lake and Nordoni and Medina coming up. I mean, Wadsworth later in this season.
Yes.
I mean,
this new conference is no joke.
We're just getting rolling. What a treat to start off with.
So Pruchet, little play action, looking for DePompe on kind of an over or drag route. That was well defended.
Yeah, by two Walsh Warriors.
Yeah, I want to say, I could not tell who got his hand on that, but I believe it was Darren.
Yeah, it might have been
Walschlager, number 3.
Yeah, Mason Rogers was back there.
So I'm just going to make it a 3rd and 9. Hornets go to a little bunch formation here to the wide side of the field. Walsh showing some pressure, looking for a reverse. This is Radigan, just nowhere to go.
This Walsh defense looks pretty disciplined and
did a
pretty,
nice job staying home on that.
I don't hate that play call though. Try to. We'll get our first look at Evan Fowles punting the ball.
Well, what? Catches the ball and oh wait. Spiral.
All right, that's a good one.
Yep. It's picked up on one bounce. That was Xavier Steele on the return for the Warriors.
Well, it's like you said. The good news there is the defense got a little bit of a breather for the first time all game, and they don't have a short field. So they get to come out and see if we can't get another stop and get that offense the ball back.
Hornets are due for a big play too, right? Walsh has created a couple turnovers here early already. I'm impressed with what this defensive line has done here early.
And I'm sure Coach Netling is talking about maybe doing some ball hawking and seeing if we can't make some disruption happen here.
Yes. Ball's given to Courtade. Man, he runs hard, doesn't he?
210 pounds, and he looks every bit of it.
He's going to pick up 7 on that one.
I was going to say we stopped him for a 2-yard gain, I had thought.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it was about a 7-yard pickup. Yeah, I mean, like contact is there early. Hornets got to find a way to get him on the ground.
Got to swarm to that football.
And ball's given to Courtat again. And he's going to pick up about 6 for a Warrior first down out to about the 46-yard line.
Brought down by Weber and Faust out there. Doesn't look like you're getting a lot of easy yards out of that Highland defense, though, right? They're playing out there. I mean, the big plays have come through the air, a couple of them, but this young defense is impressing me, Coach.
Yes. 2 backs. Little short roll, just a little speed out there. It's caught by Cameron Brunson, the freshman.
It's one of the Brunson brothers that came over, I think, from Wadsworth, maybe. Is that who that is?
It was.
Freshman.
That is a 6'1", 175-pound freshman receiver.
And his brother is a 6'5", 330-pound tackle. Well, first down inside the 45 for the Warriors. Highland showing some pressure.
Give it to Courtat, or I'm sorry, that is not Courtat. And he is.
That was Mason Rogers. Brought down by Nate Painter to save a touchdown. It's another chunk play, Coach.
Yeah, Rogers goes for 33 yards on that. And once again, Warriors in striking distance.
That's really the early storyline, is those chunk plays that are happening.
Yeah.
It's the third or fourth one. See if Highland can tighten up once again.
It's given to Courtat in the middle, and he is going to fight his way into the end zone. Nice drive there by that Walsh offense.
This is an interesting formation here.
Yeah, this is going to be, they're just going to make sure that the Hornets, and they're going to get that 2-point conversion. So that's one of those that they're going to do, and if they like the way the Hornets are lined up, they're going to go for 2. If not, then they just shift into the extra point.
So that's maybe their holder, the backup quarterback, Ben Beal, that
Correct.
ran that in.
Correct, because their kicker was actually lined up down here on the right side of the formation. So that is strictly whether or not they like the look of the way the Hornets line up against that odd formation, and obviously
they liked it.
They liked it. Got the 2 points to make it a 14-0 ball game with just over 8.5 minutes left in the half.
Well, you're looking at a couple turnovers, you're looking at a few chunk plays,
Yep.
and you're looking at an offense that has one first down. So and that adds up to 14-0 here with 8 minutes left in the half.
Hey, a lot of ball game left, you know. A lot of ball game left here.
Yeah. Yeah, eight plays of 10 or more yards for Walsh and 0 for Highland.
So you're all over those chunk plays. That is exactly correct. It's fielded by DePompe. Nice return out to the 24-yard line.
Well, Highland could use a chunk play right here of our own, huh, on this drive. I think Highland's searching for some answers early on here, you know, like what's going to get us rolling here?
Right.
Is it and I think what it is some quick hitting passes. You know, we've had a little bit of success with that.
We have a live ball encroachment on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the kick.
So one of the cover men was across that 40-yard line when that ball was kicked, which is how that penalty results. It's essentially an offsides on the kicking team. Coach, it's 35 yards in penalties on the Warriors, but that has not affected them too much at this point.
No.
Pouchet going to keep that one. That time fake the jet sweep to Frankie Ianagi, the senior wide receiver, in motion on that. It's only going to go for about 1 yard. Going to bring up a 2nd and 9. Winston in the backfield again. Faust lined up as a flex tight end. It's Ianagi in motion again. He's got Winston on a little wheel route. Nice catch by Colton.
That was a really good play.
Yeah, you know, that's something that we've seen through the years. They like to run that kind of into the boundary on the short side of the field. Just run that running back right out, get him running up the numbers, gives the quarterback room to throw it more towards the sideline.
And Winston was wide open, made a nice catch on that one too.
Good, good ball there by Johnny.
That's what the doctor ordered. There's a first chunk play for Highland. Gets a ball at midfield.
This time going a little wildcat as that is Anthony DePompe completing the pass.
I love that quick tempo, that quick hitter like that.
Yeah. That's caught by Ben Radigan, good for another Hornet first down. You know, Anthony, these seniors, I was on the 8th grade football coaching staff when these guys were in 8th grade, and Anthony and Johnny kind of split time at quarterback. So I think that this is something we're going to see is DePompe in there. He's going to keep this one. Nice spun out of a tackle, spun out of another one. Brought down by, looks like number 56. That's Hunter Carson. That is a nice pickup on first down of 6 yards. But just to have another option, you know, Anthony's obviously a good runner. But he has the ability to throw the ball, as we saw that in his first snap.
Yeah.
Hornets going to stick with that package here. Warriors showing pressure as they bring it. DePompe keeps again. Scoots past the first man. That's going to be right at the sticks. We'll see where that ball's spotted. Looks like they are going to move them.
I'll tell you, we said that we needed a drive right now if we ever needed one. And to get the ball after the good return at the 25 and move it 50-some yards down the field is with a few of these chunk plays that we asked for. I mean, well done by this offense.
Yes.
DePompe definitely brought a little spark here.
Yeah, I like that package. He does a nice job in those reads. And they want to take a quick second to once again thank Amanda Pfahl and her State Farm agency for everything that she brings to this Highland community. She's a premier sponsor this year of the live stream once again. Any of your insurance needs, please reach out to Amanda Pfahl. Interesting. I'll be interested to see what the Hornets do coming out of this little stoppage for the injury timeout. Nice to see him. Looked like number 90, Caleb Buckner, was down, but he did leave the field under his own power. Looks healthy.
Yeah.
Good to see that. And that is DePompe still in the shotgun for the Hornets with Winston. Radigan in motion, going to fake the jet sweep. DePompe keeping. Walsh was ready for that one as DePompe only picks up about one. Looked like Dario Jarris, one of the first men there, number 53, as we do have a flag down late. Long discussion to sort this one out.
I didn't see what happened.
I didn't either. Anything that late tells me it's some sort of a personal foul or unsportsmanlike potentially.
We have 2 dead ball fouls. Dead ball, personal foul, offense, 65. Dead ball, personal foul, defense, number 5. Penalties will offset. Play second down.
So just a little after the whistle extracurriculars.
They were just maybe talking about their post-game plans.
Yeah.
Maybe they're getting together after the game and
Gotta sort through some things from time to time.
What kind of pizza they're going to order maybe? I don't know. Not judging anybody. I do know it's 2nd and 9 here. Big play for the Hornets offense.
Looks like Pouchet back in the game. Takes a snap, going to swing it out to DePompe this time, and that is a great tackle out there.
Yeah,
that was number 15.
That's Ben Beal. That's the kid that ran the 2-point conversion. Backup quarterback, safety.
So from that safety position, he triggered on that immediately and actually made that 3-yard loss on that pass play. So 3rd down and 11. Clock running just under 5 minutes. Hornets bringing 3 receivers to the wide side of the field. Empty. Pouchet stepping up and nowhere to go as he is brought down, looks like for a short loss.
So do we try our 50-yard field goal of our own here? Doesn't look like it.
I imagine Coach Gibbons at this stage is going to let this thing wind down and take a timeout.
Timeout, Highland.
What do you do here on 4th and 13 from the 33-yard line?
So this would be a 51-yarder. It's tough when you're down 2 scores at this stage in the game. You know, do you want to try that? Looks like the offense is still in the huddle. I mean, at some point in time, they got to take a shot down the field, right? I mean, with the exception of a little wheel route down on this near sideline.
Clock's still running. We're gonna have to.
That's just
stop.
they've been running that for time during the timeout. Yeah.
Oh, I see. I didn't notice that. Okay. So what is there? 4 minutes left in the half. Okay. Yeah, about 4 minutes left. Yeah, you're right, Coach. Down 14-0.
Yeah. 4:05 left in the half. So Pouchet in the gun. Walsh gets pressure, and they are going to get home and take over on downs as he's brought down, look like number 53, Dario Jarris. It might have been the first man there. There is a late flag down.
Because I think he took his helmet off before he got to the sideline maybe.
So that's going to be after the play, not going to affect possession or anything, but it will back Walsh up 15 yards.
After the change of possession, we have a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 53 on Walsh. 15-yard penalty will be assessed from the end of the succeeding spot, first down.
So now just under 4 minutes left in the half, and this is a huge, huge possession here. As this Hornet defense cannot afford.
No, you get the sense that you don't want to fall any further behind than we are right now. About a turnover by this defense.
Gonna give it in the middle, and he is met quickly by Evan Faust.
I'll tell you, it's not easy to bring Courtois down and move him backwards like that, and Evan Faust just moved him backwards.
Faust just stood him up right there.
That's called meeting a back in the hole.
So pick up a 2, 2nd and 8. Little doubles formation, 2 receivers on either side. Haney, oh, that is a big hit. That is Lucas Grillis.
That was a well-timed blitz. They
did it. Yeah, they brought Haney off the edge and just caused a little confusion by the right side of that offensive line, and Grillis went in untouched.
It looked like they picked up Haney on the outside and missed Lucas Grillis. And that was a hard hit, which brings up a 3rd and very long from the 16. So this might be the turnover opportunity for the Hornets. Get him.
Flush from the pocket. He's got a man open in the middle of the field.
That's Caden Levert.
What a great job by Tarnowski, just creating a little bit of extra time. It's a long time for that defensive backfield to cover.
That's a game-changing play to go from a 3rd and 16 in your own 10, 70 yards later. Yeah, Tarnowski did a nice job of evading that pressure, rolling out, staying calm.
And nice job by is that Levert on that catch?
Yeah, it was sophomore.
Oh, man, what a great job by him. Great job by him finding an open spot in that scramble drill. So 2 backs in the backfield. Well, that ball might have come out. We've got a beanbag down.
Walsh falls on it.
Covered by Sean Murphy, the senior guard, was there in the right time to cover that thing up.
Evan Faust was there, and he got up limping.
So 65 seconds left in the first half. Ball at the 6-yard line.
That's Mason Rogers, sophomore. down close to the end zone.
Brought down by Faust, but they are inside the 1 yard line. Hornets bringing in the goal line package.
Walsh content to let this clock tick down to 22 seconds.
Yeah, they've got 2 timeouts. Clock not a factor for them.
Yep.
Tarnowski, he stood up.
Wow. He was hit real hard.
Is that why it sits, number 77?
That's who it was.
I'll tell you what, he's only kind of been in on those big, the goal line short yardage packages, but he's made a couple plays here.
Timeout, Walsh.
I will say they let that clock run long enough. With these 6 seconds left, they got to be careful.
They could only have
They
one
might
play.
only have one more shot at it.
Unless they're thinking they throw it on this down or a quick hitter up the middle. They probably got 2 plays, but that's a heck of a play by Sitz.
You just got to be careful. You know, that 6 seconds is like nervous time for me.
Yeah.
10 seconds is a lot different.
Well, I think we're either going to see a pass or we're going to see a quick hitter.
Something
it's
quick.
not going to take much time. Boom, right up the middle. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, they call timeout, and they got one more run at it. Can Highland have one more stand to go into halftime with on a positive note here, Coach?
This defense has been up for the challenge thus far tonight.
Waiting for that timeout clock to expire.
So Tarnowski with Emmett Tubin along with Cortad in the backfield. Single receiver out wide left.
They brought in the freshman Brunson at right tackle. I wouldn't be surprised if they go behind him.
I could see a fade route up here too. A quick look at just throwing one up. Nice defense there by Jake Weber.
Really good defense. You called it, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, with that 6 seconds left, you know, I think you try and single up your big receiver on a corner out there, and Jake Weber, great job on that. So now 2 seconds left. What this also does is they've either got to kick the field goal here on 3rd down, which is what they're going to do. I feel like they kind of wasted a down with the 2 timeouts.
Yeah, well, we mentioned they let that clock go, and this will be their 3rd field goal of the half.
So no in. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up, and it is good. So that's going to take us to halftime, 17-0. Warriors on top. Again, though, I would say that is, you know, considering that big 70-ish yard play all the way down to the 10-yard line for the defense to stand and only give up 3 on that.
Part of me thinks this game could be 7-3, and part of me thinks it could be 24-0.
Correct.
So I mean, it could go either way,
Correct.
right? A few good stands by the defense, and now they go in and regroup, and we'll talk about it when we get back.
The self-inflicted wounds have got to stop. But you know, all that being said, another full half of football to go here. So we are going to enjoy a halftime show from both the Walsh Warrior Marching Band as well as the Highland Hornet Marching Band, and we'll be back with you after the half.
Yes, sir.
Under the direction of Nicholas Rady, with Assistant Director Michael Taylor, color guard coaches Aaron McElroy and Ava Lamb, and drum majors Abigail Alberta, Katarina Harrison, and Paul Posedley, we are proud to present the 2026 Walsh Jesuit High School Warrior Corps Marching Band. This season, we are celebrating the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. Our first selection is a medley of marches from the March King John Philip Sousa. This is Sousa Celebration. Our next selection is for all the brave men and women who have served in the United States Armed Forces. Featuring a medley of Armed Forces anthems, our next selection is a salute to America's finest. semifinal selection brings together two of our greatest patriotic songs. We hope you enjoy our next selection, You're a Grand Old Flag and America the Beautiful. On behalf of the Warrior Corps staff and students, we appreciate your support. Please enjoy the rest of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the 2026 Pride of Highland Marching Band. Pride of Highland opened tonight's performance with the 1986 classic rock favorite from Van Halen. Here is Dreams. We continue tonight's performance with a song from the alternative rock band Violent Femmes, featured on their self-titled debut album from 1983. Here is Blister in the Sun. We close tonight's performance with the track off AC/DC's famous album, Back in Black. Here's a Pride of Highland marching band favorite, You Shook Me.
We're back to North Gateway Tire Field here, ready to start the second half. We got about a minute to go. The guys gave us some good stats and numbers, which coach is going to give us, but you don't need stats and numbers to the big picture is that Highland had a couple of turnovers and Walsh had a couple of big 3 to 4 big plays.
Right.
Highland had one drive where they moved the ball, and it was we need more, not enough offense and too many turnovers. But the good news is it's 17-0, and we got another half to go.
Yeah, a lot of football to be played, but some things are certainly going to have to change. I mean, Walsh, 9 first downs, 231 total yards in the first half. Highland, 4 first downs, and just 47 yards of total offense in the first half. So, it's
28 plays to 17 plays.
Right.
I mean, it was definitely a one-sided first half.
And Dom Cortad, 11 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown. Ternosky, 4 of 8 for 121 yards. Levert had that one catch for 81. And then Nono with 3 field goals of 25, 51, and 18 yards. So, it's the nice thing is there's a half to play, and we'll see what kind of adjustments were made and what how Coach Gibbons wants to attack. The other nice thing is the Hornets are getting the ball, so they've got that first possession coming out. But and you and I were talking about at halftime is Anthony DePompe, a little spark there. There in the second quarter, 4 carries, 12 yards.
Yeah.
So also completed a pass for a first down. So, there's things to work on, and a lot of guys getting their first action under the lights on a Friday night, and getting settled in. So
it's an interesting game. Part of me thinks it could be a 10-3 ball game. Part of me thinks it should be 27-0. It could have the couple defensive stands, couple turnovers, and some big plays like that last one at the end of the half. How about that? 75-yard play on 3rd and 16, flips the field, but then Highland holds them to a field goal. So I think the Highland defense has a lot to build on, and I think that they're looking really good for a young group of guys, 9 new starters, and the offense has to find a rhythm.
Yeah, and I think if Walsh had one thing not go their way in that first half, they had 5 penalties for 30 yards, and those were a couple of those drives that stalled out. There was a penalty involved in that drive somewhere. Neither of these teams has played a perfect game at this point, but at the end of the day, it's 17-0. The Hornets have their work cut out for them.
Yep.
This is the biggest possession of the game for this Hornet offense, as they will receive the second half kick.
Well, if we're sitting here talking in 5 minutes at about a 17-7 game or a 24-0 game, obviously it's a different discussion. So I think that's what they talked about in the locker room is that half's done. And
yes.
You know this. You've been coaching for many years, many things. That half's done. We can't do anything about it.
Right.
But what we can do about it is this second half, and it starts with this first drive.
Right. Yeah, you just got to stack some plays.
I was getting a lot of text messages at halftime. We got a lot of listeners, a lot of loyal listeners, and a lot of new listeners. Ed Tracy texted class of '86 Walsh. He's watching this game. One of our ace golfing partners, Ed Tracy. Shout out to you. But make sure to like and subscribe to what
HLS.media on YouTube. So Nono in to kick it away. Looks like Weber and DePompe back deep as this ball is going to be kicked into the end zone again.
These might be 2 of the best kickers in the state of Ohio going at each other here, right? With Nono and
impressive
Kauza.
showing.
Yeah.
So Johnny Pouchet in the huddle with Coach Gibbons. Winston in the backfield. 2 receivers and a tight end, left side of the formation. It's just a quick little hitch route to Jake Weber. Like that.
Yeah,
you know, you see
like
the corner playing off a little bit. You're going to give us 5-6 yards, we'll take it.
And
those are the type of drive starters you need.
And
You
I
know,
love
get you
those.
ahead of the sticks early.
Love the quick hitters.
I said 7 yards. That was 8.
And by the way, Jake Weber breaks the tackle, and he could pop something like that
For sure.
for a big gain. He almost did. I like 2nd and 2 as a play caller.
3 receivers into the boundary here with Faust, that flex tight end spot. Showed a little counter action. This is given to Winston. He is going to get the first down. Nice tough carry, couple yards there for Colton Winston. So exactly what you had to have. And we've got, looks like an injured Warrior down on the field. Maybe a cramp, they're stretching him out.
Yeah.
That's always makes you feel a little bit better.
Yeah, that's right. And that might have been whoever brought down Winston, too.
Yeah.
I can't see who that is. But that's what you want to see. We talked about it, right? Move the chains, couple positive plays to start off the half. I like that a lot.
Yeah, take a second here to once again to thank our premier sponsor of our live stream again this season, Amanda Pfahl, State Farm Agency. Big thank you to Amanda Pfahl, State Farm Agency, the premier sponsor of the live stream. You know, she has been just so involved in everything Highland. You see her at basketball games, and I know she's involved with the foundation and the athletic boosters, and always thankful for her and everything that she provides to Highland Local School District.
Well, and as far as these live streams, it really is a game changer for people around the country and family members and friends and graduates. We've heard from so many people that watch this, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's a cool thing that we didn't have when we were playing ball, right? For people to be able to watch these games on such a high-level production by these guys that they do. So
Yeah, fire up HLS.media, hit the mute button, and enjoy a ball game.
that's right. All right, 1st and 10 here, 31-yard line for the Hornets.
And that was a free runner,
Yeah, it was.
like number 0, Emmett Tobin. You know, they faked that to Winston, and I imagine that was his responsibility on that blitz pickup. And that's going to be a big loss on 1st down. Take it all the way back to the 21-yard line. So behind the sticks here. 2 backs in the backfield. It's DePompe in motion. As that snap is fumbled but fallen on by Colton Winston.
That was a good snap, too. Well, a promising drive with these last 2 plays is now in salvage mode here. Maybe try to pick up a few yards and punt it away or take a shot at something. We'll see what Coach Gibbons does.
Boucher on a little short roll. And that ball was broken up, almost intercepted by number 15.
Ben Beal's all over the field.
Young man's had a ball game tonight.
I'd say Highland's lucky to be punting this ball away. That was it was a lot of defenders around that ball. See what Faust can do to try to get us some field position.
Trying to flip the field as much as he can here. Low snap off the side of the foot. Going to take a Hornet roll, but it's going out at about the 43, maybe 44-yard line. So the Warriors take over in Highland territory. Got to lean on this defense again here.
Well, I think this was a defense that in the locker room was talking about how there's a lot that they liked, but what they didn't like is the big plays that they gave up. So we got to shore that up a little bit here, and because the Walsh is not running up and down the field on this defense. I mean, it has been the big plays. So let's see what adjustments that Coach Netling has made here. All right, it's 3 yards up the middle by
Mason Rogers. Yeah,
brought down by multiple Highland defenders.
Well, they are starting to find some success kind of in the middle of that defense between the tackles. So 2nd down and 7.
Little high formation back there.
Yes. Something different.
Oh, they're shifting out of it.
Shift into the same 2-back formation we've seen quite a bit. Gonna go with a quick hitter on the outside.
Yeah, that's Caden Levert, the sophomore. He's quick. Brought down by maybe whoever's down. I can't tell who that is.
Yeah, just quickly in and out of his hands there, and
when you talk about and we'll give you an update on this injury, but when you talk about coming out of the gate with a test, this Walsh team looks to be a test for us, Coach. I mean,
there's Evan Faust coming off.
He was limping earlier late in the first half, but he looked to be running off okay, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. So you got a 3rd down and a long 2. Shift back into that 2-back formation. Turnowski with a couple claps. They're going to check with the sideline. Given straight ahead.
Once again, Courtade, they had him behind the line of scrimmage, and he just keeps pumping those legs.
He's got it. Once he gets ahead of steam, he is a tough man to bring down. So 1st and 10 out at the 33-yard line. Going to give it to him again. Hit first by Brady Miser, but not till a pickup of about 6.
I'll tell you, this Walsh team has not made a lot of mistakes. I mean, think about it. A couple penalties, but they're running clean. They're getting in and out of the huddle. They're running the plays. They haven't turned the ball over. They're doing their part for the first game of the year. They're not giving Highland anything easy, that's for sure.
Yeah, and with the exception of a couple young receivers, I mean, it's a very experienced group. And, Turnowski being, kind of the middle of all of that experience. Coming off of a really good year last year as a junior.
They look it, yeah.
Little short roll, just going to get it out. It's caught by number 1, Sam Barrett. It's going to be another Warrior first down, and now inside the 20 to the 15-yard line. Some big athletic linemen on that offensive line of this Walsh Jesuit.
I was just looking at that.
Gonna go Q power here. Turnowski's gonna keep it.
Falls forward.
Again, Hornets look like they had it kind of stacked up, but he squirts out of there for a pickup of about 4.
Well, the bend but don't break here again. If I'd love to see Nono trotting out there for another field goal here in a couple of plays. This is where Netling has been bringing pressure, which is what makes you susceptible to some of these big plays that we've been seeing.
And as we speak, like some pressure coming off the edge. As Todd gets the handoff, he's met pretty quickly. Looked like Grillis in there. Also, Ryan
Haney with a good stick.
Yeah, he was the first man there. Good read, good trigger on that. Get up in there for about no gain.
And those, when you look at Faustin, Haney, and Capitosto, those guys are playing some good linebacker this game for sure, which brings up a 3rd and 6 after that really good play by Haney. Big play here, Coach, right?
Yes, sir. Got to get a stop here. Gonna run a little, trying to get a little screen pass outside. That's number 5.
Well covered.
John Walschlager on the catch. Nice job by that Hornet defense staying home on that.
Yeah, well, it started off with the defensive end there, getting in there and getting pressure.
Yep.
Had to throw it high and allow that defense to get over there, and the three of them got over there.
Yeah, nice job there by Lucas Grillis on that initial. So you're getting what you're asking for here as another field goal attempt for Nono. A little bit of a high snap, but that's handled well. And the kick is good.
For the 4th field goal of the game.
So that is going to make it 20-0. With 3 minutes and 38 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
And 4 of their scoring drives, Coach, started in Highland territory.
Yeah.
So, the defense have been put in some rough positions, and they're playing ball tonight against a really good Walsh offense. But like we said before, our offense has to get something going here.
Get something going, absolutely.
Easier said than done, I know, from up in the press box. I get it, but and normally you'd say maybe we can get a kick return, but Nono hasn't given us any opportunities to do that.
It feels like these kickoffs are a bit of a formality.
Yeah.
DePompe and Weber back deep again. And the Hornets will take over at the 20.
Just a little extracurricular going on there. They might have flagged Highland. Might have been Joey Reedy in the mix there.
No foul on the play.
All right.
Cooler heads have prevailed.
Let them play. Let the boys play a little bit. I don't hate that. It looks like D. Pompey back there.
Yes, it does. Pompey with Winston.
Going back to that look that worked a little bit in the first half for Highland.
Ayanaji, as that ball's on the ground.
Was
Yeah,
that
these mesh points.
That might have been Jarris back in there real fast that messed some things up on that play. Yeah, that's a tough one to start this drive off with, a loss of 9.
Looks like Levi Clark is checked into the game in the backfield for the Hornets.
Pruchet back in at quarterback and gets taken down in the backfield.
So another loss on that play, going to bring up a 3rd and 20. Just under 2.5 minutes left here in the 3rd.
We got 3rd and 20 on the last series too, Coach.
That pass falls incomplete, intended for Ben Radigan on the sideline, and the Hornet punt team takes the field. Yeah, you know, these are those situations. You're playing a very, very good defense. The uninflicted, or the
Yes.
self-inflicted wounds.
Yes.
You've got to handle snaps. You've got to have clean mesh points.
Yes.
The ball can't be on the ground. You take a 7-yard loss on 1st down, and you just put yourself in a whole heap of trouble real quick, as this is a low line drive punt. Going to take a Hornet roll into Warrior territory.
Well, as clean as Walsh has played this game, the Hornets, frankly, have not.
Correct.
They have not been clean on all
Right.
the stuff you just described. The ball's been on the ground a half dozen times,
Yeah.
and we've given up big plays on both sides of the ball. But it is the first game, and some of this is what it is against a good team. When you talk about losing 16 starters, it's new guys coming in, and it might take a minute to get some things going. Unfortunately, you don't have time when you have a Walsh as you were coming in here, to
Right.
iron some things off. But one play at a time. Let's see what the defense can do yet again. It'd be nice to get our first turnover of the game.
Another give to Courtad. Kind of flag came in. That might have been a drag on the face mask, potentially.
Yeah, Evan Faust brought him down. Courtad's down with a cramp, I believe.
Holding, number 75 on the offense.
Okay.
10-yard penalty. Repeat 1st down. We have an injury timeout.
I want to take a second to thank Blue Heron.
That's right.
They've been team meal tonight for the young men over at Highland. Chef Ben and the team from Blue Heron have generously prepared many meals for our hungry Highland Hornets over the years, and today they once again stepped up to sponsor our team dinner. Blue Heron has been a loyal and consistent supporter of Highland Hornet football family, and we are incredibly grateful for their generosity and commitment to all of our players. Their support helps fuel the team both on and off the field. Please join us in thanking Blue Heron by stopping in to enjoy their outstanding food, beautiful patio, and great live music. We're proud to have such wonderful community partners supporting the Hornets. Big thank you, Chef Ben and Blue Heron, for all you do for our team.
Yeah, that's Marie and I went over to that concert series last month, and a good country concert. They have a really they do a nice job with the concerts over there. They really do. Mike Piazza and the team.
Well, it's such an interesting spot over there. You know, it used to be a golf course, and you know, it's kind of turned into a large park with that brewery. It's beautiful sitting back on that patio.
Yeah.
Great way to spend an evening.
Yeah, it is. A very good atmosphere. All right, 1st and 18 for the Warriors.
Ternowski turns and gives.
Brought down real quickly.
That was Evan Faust once again. Pressure off the edge, hunted that thing down quickly.
So still 2nd and real long. That was a great play. That's what I mean. These guys are attacking the ball.
Been a lot of positive plays defensively.
Yeah, there really
for sure.
has. They've been on the field a lot of plays too, this defense.
Yes.
Good thing that all the conditioning that I know that they do over in the off season, right, in the preseason.
Going with a little fade around, and that ball is intercepted. Looked like Jake Weber got there.
What a good play. He broke on that ball. Nice. What a boy, Jake.
Trying to run a little rail route up the sideline.
Looked like a center fielder there. That's exactly what you want to see out of that safety, isn't it?
Yes.
What are they talking about now?
There's a flag in the backfield.
I don't know what's happening right now.
They're motioning illegal hands to the face.
What, on the defense?
Yeah, it's probably a lineman on a pass rush. Got his hands up a little too high.
During the play, personal foul, face mask, defense 58, 15-yard penalty, repeat 2nd down.
So the Hornets will not get their first turnover of the ball game.
It's another one of those self-inflicted issues here.
Yeah.
It takes away a big interception, and it takes it from what would have been a 3rd and 18 to a 2nd and 2.
It's given off the right side again. It's Mason Rogers.
Well, this 3rd quarter is winding down.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the last play of the 3rd.
Well, it was a pretty much a stalemate in the 3rd quarter, right? But Highland didn't need a stalemate. Highland needed to come out and score some points, and they did not yet.
Yes. So we are going to head to the 4th quarter.
A little complicated. You had a turn, did it?
Sometimes we'll, as the season goes on, we'll keep an eye on some other games going on. And maybe we'll pick up some of those here as the 4th quarter goes on. I saw Avon and Ignatius had a good one.
Yeah.
Last
How about
night,
Avon going for 2 to get the win?
So there's no change of possession.
So
Ignatius might be on the upswing there, you know, they've had some tough seasons lately.
Yes.
So by the looks of that, to give Avon that kind of game,
Right,
they
right.
might,
But because
they might have a bright future over there with their new coach.
see Aurora up 22-14 on Stowe. Looks like Hudson has a 23-3 lead over Austintown Fitch. Strongsville up 24-0 on Avon Lake. Our next two opponents squaring off tonight.
Wow.
Hornets will be at Strongsville next week. I believe our ref mic is still on.
Yeah. How about Brecksville up 14-0 against CVCA?
So Walsh just put the ball on the ground, and Mason Rogers picked it up, ran for about 16 yards and another first down.
First time they put the ball on the ground, and then they pick it up and do that. CVCA made a deep run last year. How about that?
Yeah.
Old Jeff Harrison and the guys over at Brecksville Broadview Heights doing some good work. Shout out to Jeff.
Yeah, we played Brecksville area. Was that the second round last year?
That's right.
Giving to Rogers again. He's going to have another nice pickup of about 8 yards there on first down.
That's a promising young sophomore there running the ball.
Buckeye with a 6-3 lead over Cloverleaf. Wadsworth up 21-6 over Cleveland Heights.
I told Bryson Hall is the #1 rated player in the area, I believe.
One of the top rated quarterbacks in the country.
2nd and 3 here for the Warriors.
Giving to Rogers again. He's got space.
He's up, guys. He's up.
There has been some holes opening up of late that were not opening up early on up the middle, Coach.
Yeah, I mean that big offensive line, they're kind of doing to Highland what Highland's been used to doing to other teams, and you lean on them for 3 quarters, and then things start to open up a little bit. This defense has been on the field a lot tonight.
Yeah, this is really the first drive that I'm seeing where they're running it right at us with success.
Going to give it to him again. Hornets stop him at about the 1 yard line. Wyatt sits on the stop again for the Hornets.
He just comes in on the goal line defense, you think?
Yes.
The way he's playing, you might see more out of
You might see more 77 on the field moving forward.
Yeah.
Tripped up in the backfield. He's going to be just shy of the goal line.
Walsh has not had an easy time when they get down by that goal line tonight, have they?
No. That time it looked like he had a little something. Might have got his feet tangled up with one of the offensive linemen.
But now they're on the 1 inch line.
Go straight ahead with Ternowski here, maybe. They're going to give it to Rogers again, and he punches it in.
Barely.
So that'll make the score 26-0.
We'll have to get that ref, the ref's audio going here as we move forward this year. It's a new thing we're trying, I believe.
Extra point is up and good.
So, Coach, what are you thinking here as when you put your coaching hat on here? What are you looking to get out of this last 8 minutes? I mean,
I think you've got to find a way to get the offense going here a little bit. Put a drive together, get some points on the board.
Yeah.
You got to find your stride somewhere. I mean, at the end of the day, like these are important reps here coming down the stretch. Try and get something that resembles a flow.
Something to kind of build on right into next week, because it is a long season. It's not a one-game season. So this loss, although it's not good, it is one game.
Right.
And you're going to get to come back out here again next Friday night and play ball. And it'd be nice to have something to kind of a positive thing to build on here.
Correct. St. Edward playing Olentangy Liberty. Edward with a 7-6 lead in the third quarter. Those two teams played for a state title a couple years ago.
Two powerhouses in Division I. Nordonia.
28-0 over St. V.
Highland schedule is not going to ease up, is it?
It is not. As that kick goes into the end zone once again. Kent Roosevelt and Twinsburg, 0-0. Wanted to see a North Royalton score. I didn't come across theirs yet. Up 13-0 in the second quarter. Or the last update was in the second quarter. Interesting situation there with Coach Chuli, who took over from North Royalton. There's a little screen pass to Winston. Nothing doing there. But, Coach Chuli, longtime coach there at North Royalton, and they parted ways. He immediately got the job at Valley Forge. And who's on the schedule week 1? North Royalton. So
I know a few of the coaches over there, and there was some friendly text messages going back and
sure
forth
there were,
between the coaching staffs there. So that was a little extra incentive.
As that pass is going to be intercepted. That's number 15, Ben Peel. Said his name a lot tonight.
Offense and defense, that kid. Well, we were looking for a little momentum, and that wasn't it yet. So Walsh will take over at the 25-yard line. Ternosky still in the game at quarterback.
That time Ternosky pulls it and keeps it. He's going to be brought down for a loss.
Might have been Ryan Haney over there.
Nice play there by Ryan Haney.
Maybe not. That was either Haney or Will Mandera. The dark is tough to see the numbers, but I think that was Will Mandera, actually. I think I misspoke.
Jaden Koenig in the backfield now. Going with a quick wide receiver screen outside. It's Caden Levert on the catch.
Brought down by Miser. They got some playmakers on this offense.
They do,
Coach.
and I'll tell you what, that was a nice job of blocking on the perimeter by both of those receivers out there.
Yes.
Sprung him loose. Well-designed, well-executed play right there by the Warriors.
It was. That was a quick hitter, but we haven't had a lot of pressure on the Walsh quarterback tonight. They're doing a good job of getting the ball out quick, though. This is a different quarterback in there now.
That carry was Jaden Koenig. Nice pickup of about 4 yards down to the 6. Second and goal to go from the 6-yard line.
Freshman quarterback in, number 14. Kinsey Shea, maybe.
I believe that is former Cleveland Brown tight end Aaron Shea's son.
Oh, good call, Coach. 6'3", 180-pound freshman.
Sounds like the son of a NFL tight end, 6'3" freshman. That is going to be look like Spencer Marquis on the tackle there. Pick up a couple yards inside the 5 to the 4.
I'll tell you one thing you could say about Highland is they're playing hard. They're playing hard. They're not making it easy. Even on that last touchdown,
yeah,
they stopped them twice inside of the 2-yard line, and they're making them earn these yards as they get close to punching it in. That's for sure.
Koenig gets the carry, and he's going to be in for a Warrior touchdown.
33-0.
That will put the running clock into effect for the last 4 minutes and 40 seconds. That kick is up and good.
The way I look at this, Coach, is it's not quite as bad as it feels. It feels bad right now.
Right.
But this was a great night all around, right? The
absolutely.
pregame and the atmosphere and all that. The scoreboard looks rough, but it is one game.
Yep.
It's against a good opponent. It's a whole new crew out here for Highland, and part of us expected a little bit of a rough start. I mean, and now that I'm seeing it, but I don't know that this is an indicator of what we're going to see moving forward.
No.
I think Coach Gibbons and the crew are going to regroup and say, okay, we saw what we saw. That happened, and we got 9 games to go.
Yeah, I agree, and it's it's not what, obviously it's not what you want, but at the end of the day, this is a good film to have, and this is what we got to work on, and you break it down, and you win or you learn. Tonight we're learning, so how do you digest it, and how do you make your adjustments, and
that's right.
ball going to be into the end zone for another touchback. Looks like the Hornets' second team offense getting ready to take the field here. I think we'll see sophomore Colton Waddle at quarterback.
.6'4" young man.
Grayson Heldreth in at wide receiver. Oscar Hudak in the game. Waddle takes the snap. He's going to keep it over the right side. Got some room to run. Nice pickup by Colton. Going to pick up about 11 yards for a Hornet first down. Good read there.
Yeah. What's Waddle, a sophomore?
He is, yes.
He's got a bright future ahead, huh?
I think so, yeah.
He looks the part, doesn't he? What is he, 6'4", 190 pounds?
Yeah, he's put together. Straight drop. Flush to his left. Was trying to get into a slide, but he was met. Picked up a couple on that. Good job making something out of nothing there. 2nd and 7. That time going to give to Levi Clark. Levi, nice tough run across the 30 to the 31. Going to bring up a 3rd and 2. Long one, maybe.
What's your guesstimate as to how many people were here tonight?
Whew.
I mean, I've never seen it this. Standing room only is an understatement. I mean,
yeah, I mean, it was this home side was definitely packed.
What does this stadium fit? Was there 8,000 people here? Or
I don't think it would be quite
6,000?
that many. Maybe in that 6 range. Yeah. Another carry by Levi. Nice cut. Going to pick up the first down.
Good run.
Only bigger crowd I've ever seen. The night we opened this place, we played Brunswick.
Oh yeah.
Back in when I was at 2014, 2015, whatever year we opened this stadium. And it was, I mean, just people lining the fences all the way around, and a lot of excitement in the air that night.
I bet.
Waddle making a little something out of nothing again there. But 10 seconds left on that clock. I don't think they'll get another one off. So, your final from North Gateway Tire Field, the Walsh Warriors 34, the Highland Hornets 0.
Isn't this where we usually put something up about Andrew and
Yeah.
Brian and the crew? Where's that?
Where's our
Where's
crew
that
at?
guys? Shout out to Brian and Maria and Michael and Nate. Andrew didn't put himself up there. He never does. He's a humble man.
Well, that's what legends do. We're going to put him on camera here, though, I think.
Yeah, we're trying to get that camera zoomed in on him. There we go. He's hiding. That's not Andrew. He's behind there he is.
So, hey, thanks for tuning in. We Hornets travel to Strongsville next week, correct?
That's right.
And then we'll be back with you in 2 weeks.
They say a bad day on the golf course is better than a good day anywhere else. Does the same hold true for a Friday night football? I think it does.
I can get on board with that. Absolutely.
I think it does. We had a good time, and we'll be back with you a bunch this season. Thanks again to Amanda Pfahl, and thanks to this crew that we get to work with, and thanks to you, Coach.
Thank you. Have a great night, everybody.
All right.